Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a halftime report of this absolutely hideous game right now. All these 9 a.m. games have really been a stink show, but the one that has stood out the most is definitely this one. This one is unbelievable right now, considering that NC State was a top 25 team to start the year. Got absolutely killed by Tennessee in their, first real test. Even that game wasn't this bad though. Like that game was like within reason until like the third quarter when Tennessee started to take off. This game is not even over, and the score is 7-45, which is being generous to NC State considering they kind of slowed down at the end. They could have scored a touchdown there. I mean, NC State being ranked in the top 25 has got to be one of the biggest jokes. NC State has 2 fumbles right now. They are 1 for 6 on third down efficiency with 10 first downs, 164 total yards of offense, 135 over the air, and 29 rushing versus Clemson's 408 yards in the first half. 408 yards. They're not even that perfect on third down either. They're 2 for 4 on third downs and 17 first downs, but no turnovers. The score is 45-7. And I got to say, people have glossed over the Clemson Tigers right now because of their week 1 against Georgia. But right now we can look at it as Georgia and Texas are on another level. And Clemson, since that Georgia loss and quote-unquote embarrassment, they are going to come storming back in the ACC. Right now, the ACC is very open for anybody to take. Anybody can rise up out of the ACC right now. I don't think Clemson's going to blink twice, especially with North Carolina State. I mean, can you even believe North Carolina State was ranked to start the year? And this is a rivalry. Can you even believe this team was ranked? Like, this is hideous. And the best part is North Carolina State. They're winning the time of possession game. They have 17 minutes and 52 seconds of offense. They've had 17 minutes and 52 seconds of possession. Clemson has had 12 minutes and 8 seconds. It has taken them only 12 minutes and 8 seconds of this game to score 45 points. NC State's everything is non-existent right now. I mean, the touchdown they have is like it was a drive, to say the least. I mean, it was a drive. That's it. That's all there is to it. The running back for Clemson, Phil Maffa. He's got 6 carries for 96 yards and a touchdown. Cade Klubnik is 14 for 21. I'm not going to lie, he's missed a couple passes, but he's definitely playing some stellar football right now. 14 for 21, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also his legs, 2 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. So he's got 3 touchdowns in the first half. This is a dominant team right now in this game. The quarterback for NC State isn't playing awful. He's 11 for 15, 135 yards and a touchdown. That's not terrible considering it's the first half. It's not terrible considering Cade Klubnik. Let's see his rushing. He has 7 carries for negative 13 yards. So he's been sacked quite a bit, which is not good. But the main problem for NC State right now is 2 things. 100% or like 99.9999% their defense, but also their running, like the 0.0001% running. They have 29 yards of rushing. That's hideous. That is terrible. They also have 23 yards of penalties over 3 penalties to Clemson's 1 penalty for 15 yards. NC State, I don't even know. I mean, I can't believe I didn't know anything about this team. When I was making my ACC predictions, I just knew they were ranked, and that's it. They have to play Northern Illinois next week. They get to host Northern Illinois. If they lose that game, oh my gosh, that would be like they seriously could lose the rest of their schedule. I mean, seriously. NC State looks hideous, but now Clemson Going forward, I guarantee you after this outcome, they're probably going to skyrocket in the rankings. They've got to play Stanford, which Stanford just had a huge road win against Syracuse. I did not see that coming. And then they get to play at Florida State. No scare there. Florida State's not as good as we thought. Actually, you know what? I still think there is a little bit of a scare there. At Wake Forest, I don't believe there's a scare there. Hosting Virginia, I would like to say it's interesting, but they did struggle. They did lose to Maryland in their home stadium, so probably not. Host Louisville, that could be scary. At Virginia Tech, not as scary as it was. At Pitt, their quarterback is really starting to turn out over there at Pitt. And host the Citadel, that's an easy win. And then host South Carolina, that's going to be a very tough one at the end of the year. So right now it looks like they've got 4 games on their schedule right now against Louisville, at Virginia Tech, at Pitt, and then South Carolina. Those 4 games are the real games standing in their way. One of those games isn't even a conference game. They control their destiny to the ACC championship. I bet you they will give Miami a hard time. I think they will give Miami a hard time because they're the closest team to them. Except I do think Miami kind of has the ACC wrapped up right now. They probably have that conference secured. And on a side note right now, James Madison is beating North Carolina on the road 53-21 before halftime. Where's the defense in that game? There is no defense in that game. And North Carolina, better yet, just threw a pick 6. 25 points in the first quarter for James Madison and 28 in the second quarter. That's unheard of. That is an absolute slaughter there. And James Madison might, they were a team last year that rose. They might rise again. Maybe they're better. And now they can get a bowl game and stuff like that. Even I think they did last year, but now they definitely can because this is their second year in it. But that's all the games that are really going on right now. Florida at Mississippi State, whatever. Villanova's actually kind of giving Maryland a difficult time right now. Marshall's giving Ohio State a difficult time, but nothing to be too worried about over there. Kansas at West Virginia is 7-14. West Virginia up. That game has not been fun to watch. All the 9 a.m. games kind of suck right now, but this one I could not. I had to make a video about this one. This is unbelievable right now. I don't even want to watch because it's just an absolute beatdown. It's just time to wait for the 12:30 games. But that's just a little halftime recap of this pile of poo. Like and subscribe, and have a comment. Always says that's all for me. Adios.